And the crazy thing is, when a person has no vision, a distraction will even look like an opportunity. I'm gonna say it again. When a person has no vision, something that's a distraction will look like an opportunity. Because I have no vision, right? But when I got vision, even something that is good and it's not bad can still be a distraction, because that's not what I want to do, or that's not going to help me fulfill my vision. What up, winners, man? It's your boy JK, man. You are tuned in to another episode of the Taco Thursday with JK podcast. I'm your host, JK, and you know I'm all about helping young adults win in their career, in their relationship, and or role as a parent. And I do that each episode by tackling different topics. And today's topic, man, that I'm tackling for this episode of the podcast is I'm ready for college. Right? That's the topic. We tackling the topic, I'm ready for college, because I know young adults out there are getting ready to go to college for the first time, or they're getting ready to go to college for their second year, their third year, their fourth year, their fifth year, whatever year it may be for them, but they're preparing to go to college. And today I just want to talk about five things I believe that every young adult that's going to college should do. And I think if they do these five things, right, with integrity, they do it diligently, they do it consistently, then I believe that it will result in these young adults, right, winning in their college life. And when I mean winning, I'm talking about winning academically, having a good GPA, but also winning emotionally, with just emotionally, just where they are, because emotions are very big and important. Then also winning socially, when we think about the social aspect of being in college, right? We talk about building a resume, establishing relationships, and really setting yourself up for the future, right? And so these five things that I want to tackle today, man, within this topic, right? I'm ready for colleges. The five things. So if you're listening or you watching this live or on replay, the five things I believe that every young adult that's going to college or going back to college this year, this month in August, needs to do, right? These five things, write them down. Number one, before this semester starts, you gotta create a vision for yourself. You gotta create a vision. I'm gonna expound on each one, but I just want to write this down. So number one, right, vision. All right. Number two, you must create MAD goals. MAD goals. All right. Not just any goal. MAD goals is an acronym. MAD. All right. Then you must, while you're in college this semester, you must be working on building your academic resume, or building not just your academic resume, but building your resume. Okay. Building your resume. And then thirdly, and that was three, but four, right? So I got vision number one, MAD goals number two, academic resume number three. Then I need you, my young adults out here, I need you to focus on surrounding yourself with the right friendships, okay? The right friendships, and focus on establishing strong, healthy relationships with friends, a significant other, right? Or the relationships that you have with people that work on your campus, right? Establishing those relationships. And then number five, okay? Number five is career exploration. So them five things, I believe that every young adult that's going back to college in August, or you in college in August, or if you know a young adult right now, get ready to go to college, you need to tell them, hey, this semester I need y'all to focus on five things, and every semester after, focus on these five things. You need to create a vision for yourself. You need to establish MAD goals for yourself. You need to work on building your resume, okay? Building your resume. You need to work on establishing strong, healthy friendships and relationships, right, with people on campus. your RA, your instructor, your dean, your academic counselor. Hey, most definitely, dog. Most definitely, bro. And then lastly, career exploration. Don't just be in college, living it up, living for right now, and you only gonna be there for 4 or 5 years, and then you going into a career, right? So make sure we're doing career exploration, right? So I wanna just take a few minutes, okay, to go through all 5. All right, just bear with me. Go through all 5. All right. Now, vision, the first thing. So, for if you a young adult, like I say, you get ready to go to college, or you going back for your senior year, right? Just like Dog did, root to the good bros. Hey, he a senior doing this thing, and you got to create a vision for yourself. There's a book. When I go speaking in like schools and stuff, you know, you can't mention the. Well, you not can't, but I try to be aware of like where I'm speaking at, right? As far as like referencing the Bible, like, so I might say there's a book, right? But on my podcast, right, the Bible says, all right, where there is no vision, the people perish. So it's a lot of people excited about college coming up. And you excited. Oh, yeah, man. I'm going to college. I'm about to turn up for my freshman. Hey, I'm going to be away from my parents, guardians. My seniors, y'all going back. Hey, this is my last year, man. I'm about to, finish big, do it big. Or I'm a sophomore, I'm a junior, whatever it is. If you have no vision, you setting yourself up for failure. Or even if you're not setting yourself up for this huge amount of failure, without a vision, you probably still could pass your classes. But without a vision, you might take the wrong classes. Without a vision, right, you might not go as hard or have the motivation you might get a C in the class because you ain't got no vision. You just taking the class because you're there, right? But if I got a vision, if I know where I'm trying to get to and I'm aspiring to get there and I'm motivated extrinsically and intrinsically, now I might go even harder because I got a vision. You got to establish a vision. You got to know, okay, this is my freshman year of college. This is my sophomore year of college. This is my junior year of college. This is my senior year of college. All right. What's my vision? What's my vision? I remember when I went back and I got my master's. My vision was I was trying to get the dean's list, in grad school. I didn't even know they didn't even have that. I was like, I don't even know if they got the dean's list. Not the dean's list, but they got the dean's list. But I was trying to get what's the person that with the highest GPA? I forgot. I just did with the high school thing. But anyways, I was trying to get the highest GPA. You feel me? Because I was like, they might let me speak at my master's ceremony when I graduate. If I got the highest GPA, valedictorian, right? I think that's what it is for college too. But they don't have that for grad school, right? President's list. That might be right, dog. President's list, right? But my mindset was, I had a vision. My vision was, I'm about to get all A's. I said I'm about to finish with a 4.0. That was my mindset when I went to TSU to get my master's in curriculum and instruction. And so I used to have classmates say, man, I'm good, man. I'm just trying to get the master's. But for me, I wasn't just trying to get the master's. I was trying to get the master's with a 4.0. So even when I felt myself like, man, I don't really got to, man, I can relax. Like, I'm going to get at least a B. I knew I had a vision. And I knew where I was trying to get to. So even when I wanted to stop, or even when I wanted to go a little, to relax or chill, I knew my vision would kick in and say, nah, Jay. Like, nah, bro, you say you want a 4.0. And guess what? I finished my master's with a 4.0. But it was because I had a vision. Like I said, the Bible says where there's no vision, the people perish. So there's so many scholars out there that's entering the college right now that have no vision. You ask them, hey man, what you want to do? Like, what you want to major in? I don't know. You got an idea? Nah, I don't know. We just going to college, man, with no vision. We just going. I figure out when I get done. And so many people get sidetracked. You get sidetracked with a relationship. You get sidetracked with the sport you play. You get sidetracked with the organization you may be in, because now you getting pulled off because you have no vision. The crazy thing is, when a person has no vision, a distraction will even look like an opportunity. I'm gonna say it again. When a person has no vision, something that's a distraction will look like an opportunity, because I have no vision, right? But when I got vision, even something that is good and it's not bad can still be a distraction, because that's not what I want to do, or that's not going to help me fulfill my vision, right? So what I'm saying is that when I know where I'm trying to get to, somebody might, so when I knew that I wanted to get into broadcasting, I knew I wanted to be in broadcasting. Appreciate that, team, dog. So I didn't go join, SGA. I didn't, right? That's me. Now, SGA, a great organization, phenomenal, but I didn't go join that. I went and joined the TV channel at school. Why? Because I had a vision. I knew, hey, yo, I'm trying to be on TV. I'm trying to be on radio. So, yeah, SGA, that's amazing. That's great. But it don't align with my vision for myself. So let me go sign up for the TV, right? Because I had a vision. So that's what we need to do. First thing we need to do, right? For my young adults entering college or going back this year, whatever year you in, establish that vision. What's your vision for this year? What is it? Okay? So, because even when you got a vision, you might not always stay on that straight line. You might, you might fall off, relapse, have some setbacks. But when you got a vision, you can always come back to it and say, you know what? I did say I wanted to do this, and get back on track, right? Secondly, we got to establish mad goals, right? Now, when I say mad, I ain't saying like a lot. You feel me? Like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got mad goals. Like, we got a lot. No, I'm talking about like the acronym, like MAD, right? Your goals got to be measurable, attainable, and deadline driven. You get what I'm saying? It got to be measurable. Meaning, like, so many times, if I ask a college student right now, young adult going into college right now, I say, man, what's one of your goals? They probably gonna say, I just want to get good grades. What is good grades? That is so broad. Like, that's subjective. Because I could get somebody, even with my scholars now, I do this. I'm doing with this the first 2 weeks of school when we get back to high school, right? I'm doing these things with them, right? They scholars say, oh, I want to get good grades. Bruh, good grades, like, to somebody, all D's is good grades. To somebody, all C's is good grades. To somebody, all B's is good grades. To somebody, all A's is good grades. So, don't just say, I just want to do good. Like, let's make it measurable. Because when it's measurable, now I can gauge on, hey, did I meet my goal or not? If I didn't meet my goal, because it's measurable, I see how far I got to go to get it, right? So when I said I wanted to get a 4.0 GPA, I was specific. It's measurable. So every quarter, I was able to see, did I get a 4.0 or no, right? And when I seen that 4.0, boom, I got it. I didn't just say I wanted good grades. You get what I'm saying? I didn't just say that. I had to be specific. So whatever goals you set, you got to be specific and make it measurable. And then you got to make it attainable. You got to be realistic. And so when I say realistic, I'm not saying be realistic to where you only set goals that you believe you can accomplish. Nah, that's too low. That's too low. Like, there's a book that says, like, this is like a real book, right? So I'm not trying, like, using another term for it, but there's a book out there that talks about, like, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Or if you could do your dream, if you could accomplish your goals by yourself, they ain't big enough. Right? So when we talk about, like, my relationship with God, I'm dreaming so big, bruh, I know I can't do it by myself. I'm dreaming so big, God, but I know, boy, I can't do this. You gonna have to do this. The stuff that you didn't put in my mind, the vision, like like how big I'm dreaming, I know I can't do it by myself, right? So I'm telling you, dream big, right? And so, but when I'm saying attainable, make sure the goals you setting, it can be done in that time, for instance, right? He said, what did J. Cole? He said, if you ain't aim too high, then you aim too low. Nah, for sure. Big facts, right? Like, so what I mean by making sure you, it's attainable, right? So if I'm a freshman and my goal is, I want to graduate in the first year, you ain't graduating college in your first year, right? That's not attainable. That's not an attainable goal. Not that you don't have the skill, but based on the deadline, it's not attainable. So that's what I mean. So when we talk about measurable, making it attainable based on the deadline that you have, right? Now, if your goal is, if you're a freshman, you say, oh yeah, I want to graduate in 3.5 years, in 3 years. Now, that's attainable. Not because, oh, you just got smarter. No, it's attainable based off the deadline you've given yourself, right? So you got to set goals, because the goals are, it's like those day-to-day steps kind of to fulfilling that vision that we said we got for ourselves, right? So step one, we create the vision for ourselves that we got for this school year, for this college semester one, fall semester, and spring semester, and then we set mad goals, right? Make them measurable, attainable, deadline driven. Now the thing we got to do about our goals though, we got to check them though. Don't just like be honest. It's goals that we wrote down on January 1st and we haven't went and checked if we have accomplished them or not. So what we got to do, what you got to do, every 4 weeks, go ahead and revisit these goals. See if you might have accomplished them, or see if you're on track to accomplish them, right? Don't just don't set a goal and today and then don't check it till December 10th, because like, that's too much time went by. You need to make sure you're evaluating, you're checking up on yourself, holding yourself accountable, okay? So you set the goals, make them measurable, attainable, and deadline driven, right? And then make sure you're checking up on the goals, right? And so what I do with scholars I work with is I give them 4 areas to focus on. I say, hey, make an academic goal, make a physical goal, right? Because, hey, when you're in college, you got a lot of time to exercise. You got a lot of time to be fit, right? It ain't like high school where you go into school, you in school for 8 hours, 7 hours, right? So make an academic goal, a physical goal, a social goal, right? Friendship goal, like goals around friendships, goals around relationships, all right? And then an emotional goal, right? Because we got to check on our emotional and mental health. That we got to make, are we tending to that? What are we doing for our emotional health? Are we writing? Are we doing yoga? Like, what do? We listening to music, we journaling. How are we channeling our emotions, right? So that just allows you to kind of narrow down your goals and say, hey, I got an academic goal, I got a physical goal, I got an emotional goal, and I got a social goal. And you could continue to check on that. And what I mean by a social goal, right? A social goal for me is a goal that I have that I hit it every now and then I fall off. But I say talk to 2 friends or 2 family members per week, right? So whether that is text messaging, giving them a call, or just checking on family or friends, right? 2 a week. That's a social goal for me. Okay, now I talk to the same people all the time every week because we got group meetings and I got different group meetings I'm in. But I know I need to do a better job, you know what I'm saying, socially on reaching out to different friends, just checking on them, different family members, right? So that's a social goal for me, right? So we got the goal part, right? So number 3, right, for my young adults going back to college, this is what you got to do. Now, the third thing you must do is you must build your resume. You gotta be building your resume, right? Right? Whatever year you in, the earlier the better. Build your resume, meaning start to do things that will allow you, sign up for clubs, join clubs that will allow you to build the skills that you're gonna need for the career you desire to be in, right? So, like for me, I was building my resume when I was in college. Yeah, I was playing football, right? But, I talk about it as well on other episodes or whatnot, man. And I think I'm gonna do an episode on that, just identity piece when it comes to athletes, right? But I joined, like I said, I joined the TV, right? The TV channel on campus. because I knew I wanted to be in TV. So what I do now, I call football, college football games, college basketball games on ESPN platforms. But I was building my resume in college. I'm going around, we doing reports, I'm interviewing coaches, we doing stories, I'm in front of the camera, but I'm building my resume. Was I getting paid? No, I wasn't getting paid. And to be honest, man, it's gonna be so many times you do stuff for free, but it ain't really for free. Because you're getting paid with experience. You're getting paid with network, right? You're getting paid with opportunity. You're getting paid with learning new skills. Because compensation ain't always monetary, right? It ain't always about money. You know what I mean? And so you got to build your resume. So join different clubs. Like if you join SGA, you're building leadership skills. Leadership skills that you gonna need for that job. So when you do go apply for the job, they're gonna ask you, what did you do on your campus? And if your answer is, I ain't really, I was just focused on ball, I wasn't really, joining no clubs. They're gonna be like, okay, like, you played ball, but what else though? Cause my job don't consist of playing ball. What else? So don't limit yourself, right? Or okay, you was in that club, but what did you do in that club? Did you just sign up for that club? Were you active? Were you the president? Were you the secretary? Were you over finance? Right. So when you join these clubs, make sure you are taking on roles that will develop different skills because you're building your resume. You gotta build your resume while you're in college. You got to. The stronger your resume is when you are in college, the greater the chances are that you will get a job when you get out of college, and you know what I'm saying, you'll get a good job, right? Now, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be easy, but I just said that the stronger your resume is in college, the greater your network is, the more relationships you have, right? The better the chance is that you get a job out of college, right? Man, so many times, man, I know, like right up at Fisk University, because I do some work with Upward Bound. I'm a liaison between the high school and Fisk. Man, these kids at Fisk, and I know at other universities, but specifically Fisk, man, they graduating with six-figure jobs waiting on them. They graduating, you know what I'm saying, making good money or good opportunities waiting on them because they built their resume while in college. And you could do that too, and you should do that, right? So that's the third thing. The fourth thing, friendships and relationships. Healthy friendships and relationships. This is important. This is key, right? Because when we talk about friendships you build in college a lot of times are lifelong. The people I talk to, we got a group, man. Some of my teammates, roommates, and we just talk. Every day we talk, right? Man, these are brothers, literally, right? And it's because in college, man, we built the bond, right? And now you're not gonna be best friends with everybody. What I'm saying is, don't go through college with that mindset. I'm just doing me. I ain't trying to fool with nobody. I'm just doing me. Because what'll happen is, when you get out of college and you get later on in life, you're going to be looking for people you can, man, who that is I can call that can give me an opportunity. Who that is, man, I got an idea, but I don't got nobody I can bring my idea to that can help me with. And that occurs when you don't build those relationships in college. Like, people have asked me, man, how you get on there calling the ESPN games? Bro, relationship that I built in college. I used to go to our media team at MTSU, and I used to let them know, hey man, look man, I want to get into this. I want to get into TV. I want to get into radio. And I built that relationship, genuine. Built that relationship, and then all of a sudden, 2020, they hit me up. Now that was in 2007, 2008, 2009, right? 2020, they hit me up. Hey man, we got an opportunity for you to call the game. You interested? But all of that originated because I developed good friendships with not just my peers, but also the people that were my supervisors, my coaches, or the people that worked with the program. right? And I heard Gary Vee say this, man. He was talking about athletes in general, but I just use it in general, right? When we're young, a lot of times we don't see the value in people. We just think we in college. Yeah. But the crazy thing is the people you in college with are going to go on and do great things just like you're going to go on and do great things. So if you build relationships with people in college and then y'all leave and y'all both are doing great things, now one day y'all might be able to collaborate. So my young adults that are going to college or going back to college, this year you got to establish healthy friendships, healthy relationships with your peers, with your professors. You know what I'm saying? With your professors, with your coaches, with your supervisors. And I'm not telling you, oh man, kiss up to them. I'm not saying that. Be genuine, be authentically you. However, don't be so consumed with self that you believe like, man, I don't need them. Man, I got me. I'm going to just do me. Because at some point in time, there's a quote that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Right? So build those healthy friendships and healthy relationships. And even, right, I got people, young adults, man, I know y'all dating. Shoot, I met my wife in college. You feel me? So I know y'all dating. And y'all got to go, hey, man, my wife, we wrote a book. We're going to be dropping that thing. Hey, if you want a copy, you can just hit me up personally. Hey, and you can, I send you, you can pay me, right? Send the money to me. I will send you the book in the mail, right? But me and my wife, we wrote a book, and it's about our dating journey, right? In college and things, right? And so what we did and what we chose to do and chose not to do in establishing, as we established the foundation of our relationship while in college, right? Great book though, in my opinion, right? And I think it could be a blessing to many, especially those in college, but not just in college, but those that's dating, single, looking to date, things of that nature, right? But the point is, what I'm saying is, hey, if you going into this semester, this college year, and you like, hey, I'm trying to get booed up. I'm trying to get in a relationship. For some, like, let's be honest, for some of y'all going into college right now, man, I'm looking for, hey, ladies out there, y'all like, man, I'm trying to find a man this semester. Fellas, y'all like, hey, boy, hey, I'm trying to get her this semester. And just keeping it 100. That might be you. But if that is you, just make sure that you pursuing that person doesn't become a distraction from your vision or your goals, or from your academic resume that you're from your resume that you're building, right? So there's nothing wrong with dating in college. You know, so many people find a spouse, discover their spouse, bump into their spouse on a college campus, and I was blessed to do that with my wife. Right? And so just make sure that you prioritize and that you don't become consumed or you don't become blinded by that relationship with your significant other. Your relationship with your significant other should spur you on to do even better. I shared a clip on my podcast. Y'all need to follow my podcast page, Tackle Thursday podcast, my Instagram page. But I shared a clip how my wife challenged me. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, right? I share how she asked me, hey, Jeremy, man, are you going to go to church tomorrow? And I was like, I don't know, I might, right? And then like I said on the video, I said that my wife was like, hey, let me ask you this. Was it an option for Jesus to die on the cross? And I was like, nah, it wasn't. She was like, well, it shouldn't be an option on whether you serve God or not. She wasn't saying I had to go to church every single Sunday, but she was saying that my relationship with God should not be optional. And so it was my relationship with Brittany in college that helped spur me to be better as a man of God as well, right? So what I'm saying is, hey, if you're looking for a relationship this college school year, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that at all. It's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure, right? Just make sure that relationship doesn't distract you from why you from the reason you're in college, right? That relationship that you have with your significant other should make you better and spur you on to being the best version of yourself, right? And so that was number 4, right? So once again, the 5 things, right? So I covered 4, right? For my young adults that's going to college or going back to college this semester, this school year, my young adults, you need to establish a vision. You need to establish mad goals for yourself. You need to build your resume, all right? And then you need to establish healthy friendships and relationships with your peers, supervisors, your professors, your significant other, all right? And then the last thing is what scholars need to do is y'all need to do while y'all in college this year, and every year you're in college, you need to do some career exploration, okay? You need to do some job shadowing. You need to ask some questions. So like for instance, when I was in college, I was thinking about, hey man, after I wanted to go to the NFL, I wanted to play pro football. I did not, play in the NFL. I got to work out in the NFL, but I played in AFL. And so I knew after my professional football career that I was going to look into going coaching. And so while in college, I started to explore that career. And so I had a conversation. I interviewed Coach Stock before, MTSU head football coach, and I asked him about it. And he told me, he said, man, look, man, if you're not ready to come home, well, if you're not ready to wake up every morning and your kids are asleep, your family is asleep, and then when you come back home, your kids are asleep. He said, if you ain't really ready to make that type of commitment, he was like, man, you might want to rethink the coaching football. And it was through that where I'm like, I don't know, man. I know I know I want to be around my family as much as I can. I'm like, man, I don't know if college coaching really is for me. But it was because in college I was exploring careers. I was asking the people that were doing the things that I was interested in doing. I was asking them questions, and they were giving me answers, and those answers allowed me to make a better decision on what I wanted to do for the future. So what I'm trying to tell you is that when you go to college, you might have an idea of what you want to do, and if that's the case, you got an idea, what major, I got an idea of a major, how about you ask around people on your campus, people in your community that are doing those things that you aspire to do. Ask them about the job, explore those careers, so when you get ready to come out of college, you already got an idea. Nope, I don't want that career because that's too time consuming. I don't want that career because they don't really pay enough. I don't want that career, that might be too dangerous. I don't want that. Okay, I want that career because it got good benefits. A little time consuming, but overall, hey, I could get in, I can move up, they promote well. Explore different careers while you're in college. Don't major in partying. Don't major in just I'm living in the life. And then when you cross that stage, you like, what I'm gonna do again? No, that's why I'm doing this podcast. Right? That's why this podcast is targeting young adults, man. And we tackle different topics that young adults experience and go through. And I know right now, young adults right now going to college for the first time or returning back, you're dealing with anxiety, you're dealing with stress, you're dealing with worry, you got excitement, you ready for college to start, you ready to go to the parties, you ready to be social, the social life, you looking forward to class, you looking forward to opportunities. It's a lot, right? But I need you to lock in. My young adults out there, I need you to lock in your school year and do those 5 things. Establish a vision for yourself for this year, right? Establish mad goals. Make them measurable, attainable, and deadline driven. 3, continue to build your resume. Build your resume while you're in college, right? 4, establish healthy, strong friendships and relationships with your peers, with your professors, with your supervisors, with your significant other, right? And then lastly, number 5, career exploration. You have to be exploring your career while your career options while you're in college. Do not wait until you cross the stage. I had one of my teammates when I played in the UFL, and I'm gonna end with this. I was coming out of practice, and I was excited. I was like, oh man, all we gotta do is just play football. This was professional football. I was like, all we gotta do is play football. I don't gotta go to school no more. He was like, yeah. He was like, hey, this is great, ain't it? And he played in the league. He played for the Lions. He was like, oh, it's great, ain't it? I was like, yeah, man, it's nice. I can do this all day. He said, but one thing I need you to remember. He said, while you're playing, be thinking about what you want to do when you're done playing. So when you're done playing, you can make a smooth transition. And when he told me that, from that point on, while I was playing, I was exploring careers. I was every offseason coming back. I was interviewing with Coach Stark. I was interviewing with the AD at MTSU, Coach Massaro. I was interviewing, I was talking to different people on campus because I was exploring. I was looking at my options. I was exploring different careers, what was out there for me, right? I had a part-time job at a Boys and Girls Club, right? I was exploring careers while I was still playing. And so when I was done playing, the moment I was done playing and I came back to Tennessee, boom, I had a full-time job as a director that I did not have while I was playing. And so, but all that came because I was exploring that career while I was playing. And so what I'm telling you, my young adults that's in college, while you're in college, please keep exploring different careers. Find out what's out there. Podcasting, blogging, whatever that is, right? Film, what part of film? You want to be in front of the camera, behind the camera. What I'm saying? Whatever careers out there, concrete management, explore the careers while you're in school. All right. So when you get out of college, when it's time to graduate, you got an idea of what career. Sure, you might already have a job lined up because of the relationships you establish and build. All right. So man, I just want to, that's the topic that I wanted to tackle today, man. I'm ready for college, right? And so many scholars are saying they're ready for college, but are you truly ready? Have you done these 5 things? Have you created a vision for yourself? Have you established mad goals for yourself? Have you started working on, or are you going to work on your resume, building your resume? Are you going to establish strong friendships, relationships, right, in your life? Or are you going to explore different careers while you're in college? Now, if you say yes to all those and you are in the process or you're going to do it, then you're ready for college, man. So, hey, once again, man, if y'all want to call me and my wife book, I know we going to drop it, right? We got it. Hey, but if you like, hey, look, I just want an early copy before you drop it. Hey, just DM me and we'll get everything, and I'll be able to, get a book to you, mail a book to you, man. But stay tuned for that, man. Hey, go subscribe to my family YouTube, Kellem Family Moments YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube, Jeremy Kellem channel. Also, man, go follow my podcast page, right? Tackle Thursday podcast page on IG. Man, go follow my family YouTube page, Kellem Family Moments. Not YouTube, but my Kellem Family Moments IG page. Follow that as well, and the YouTube channel as well, man. And hey, y'all continue to wake up, striving to win on purpose, be intentional about winning. And y'all have a blessed day.